So coming from the horse's ass itself, coming from the OpenAI website, PRC-linked influence operations are targeting AI debates in the United States. It's important to understand right now that if you are against artificial intelligence, if you think all of this is a bunch of horse crap, you have been taken advantage of by the Chinaman, right? Real Americans support the artificial intelligence idiocy. Only people whose vision has been clouded by the communist state would ever think this is a bad idea. I think about this with David Sachs. Again, I listen to the All In podcast every once in a while, and he was talking about that with the whole AI disaster. Basically, what he said, David Sachs, he was a advisor for Trump and all that. Basically, he was saying, well, if you're an American, you should want to support artificial intelligence. Because even if you disagree with artificial intelligence, even if you have problems with artificial intelligence, right? AI has increased the GDP over the past year by an extreme percent. Ergo, that is improving the economy. So if you're an American, you should want America to have a better economy. So, vis-a-vis, if you're a patriot to the United States, no matter how stupid you think the AI revolution is, you need to support it because it's good for the economy. Right? And this is what's coming out of the tech bro community, which kind of shows you how just idiotic all of this kind of stuff is. And so one of the things we've been hearing more and more of is the idea that the pushback for the AI data centers and the rest of this isn't about the good American people having an argument in a democracy about how infrastructure should be built and where support services and all that should go. No, really, this is a Chinese communist influence campaign, right? We saw this out of Kevin Leary, right? Mr. Wonderful, right? That piece of garbage wanted to build a data center twice the size of Manhattan, right? Because that's how we're building data centers nowadays. Meta's building a data center the size of Manhattan. Somebody else has to build a data center twice the size of Manhattan. Anyway, there are any number of problems. Just saying that, right? Literally, they allocated 40,000 acres. So a square mile is about 500 acres, more or less. So basically, they're allocating like 80 square miles to this data center. 80 square miles to this data center facility. And you figure, if you're gonna build out 80 square miles to fucking anything, 80 square miles of Walmarts, you're gonna run into issues, right? So anyways, they're gonna build out 80 square miles of this stuff, and then the people were pushing back. The heat island effect from the data centers might spike the temperature in the areas by 10 degrees. There's noise, there's construction. You're building 40,000 square acres of crap, right? And anyways, and the curious thing that came out is Kevin Leary, at least initially, instead of saying, oh, okay, we didn't get buy-in from the community, or blah, blah, blah. Basically, his pushback, and I did a video of this is all Chinese propaganda, right? The reason that you're against this is because of Chinese propaganda. And he's backed off on that. I still need to do a video on that one. But what's interesting now is OpenAI is trying to come out and say the same crap. And this is where I'm tired of these garbage people. These are the worst of fucking humanity. Again, to be clear, if you work for OpenAI, right? If you work for any of these major AI companies right now, I hope to hell you don't have any stupid flags or pins or whatever on your desk, right? Whether it's a rainbow flag or a pastel flag or a fucking Palestinian flag, any of that shit on your desk, be honest with the world. Take that flag, wipe your ass with it, and flush it down the toilet. Because there is nothing more frustrating than the worst human beings on this fucking planet pretending like they're the good guys. No, you're horrible pieces of garbage that are literally unleashing technology they you state is gonna destroy the world, but it's okay, because do you know what the value of your equity is right now? So anyways, whenever anybody tries to push back on this, we're getting more and more of, well, you're not smart enough to push back. And to be clear, when we talk about data, man, I remember when like when I started something called Everyman IT, the initial iteration, all my videos back in 2009, I went to a data center. Man, it was one floor of a fucking office building. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have been like protesting outside of that motherfucker. Okay, that's a little absurd. Like, literally, it was big. It was a big office building, right? It was an old factory that got renovated. But anyways, it was one floor out of this thing that was turned into this, decently, I don't know, what used to be decently sized data center, right? And that's what I think a lot of people are thinking about when they think about data centers. They're not thinking about these monstrosities, right? Talked about this with Meta, right? Meta can't get enough construction people to actually build data center buildings, so they're now building their data centers out of tents. It's like they're building quality tents. To be clear, these are real things. They're building quality tents. The issue is, though, they have like a 15 to 30 year life expectancy. Like, the entire building that you put up, right? Anyways, when you think, they put up five of these things in like a month, and each one was like 125,000 square feet. They put up 600,000 square feet of data center in 1 month, basically just to push this stuff out as fast as possible. And so that's what you're looking at is you talk about traffic, you talk about electricity consumption, you talk about things like noise and all of these other issues. And it is beyond absurd that these garbage people, instead of listening to that and figuring out how that can be mitigated or whatever else, no. The problem isn't Sam Altman. The problem isn't Dario. The problem isn't Musk. The problem isn't this garbage fucking technology that people are not even willing to pay for. No, the real problem is that the citizens in this country are just too fucking stupid to understand what's going on. Anyways. So yeah, what we got here is OpenAI, PRC-linked influence operations are targeting AI debates in the US. Our mission, your mission is apparently to destroy the world, you worthless pieces of crap. Anyways, our mission is to ensure that AI, or artificial general intelligence, benefits all of humanity. We advance this mission by deploying our innovations to build democratic AI shaped by democratic principles, governed by common sense rules. Yeah, right. And designed to help people solve hard problems while protecting them from real harm. Harm other than, the air, water, heat, being able to afford electricity. That mission also requires identifying and disrupting attempts by authoritarian regimes and their proxies to use AI systems to coerce critics, surveil communities, or covertly interfere in democratic societies. In this report, we describe 2 clusters of ChatGPT accounts likely originating from China that we banned after they used our models in support of apparent covert influence operations that promoted narratives in an attempt to manipulate a legitimate debate about American AI and wider tech policies. Right? So, as we always say, blame China, man. It is always China's problem when Americans complain about what's going on with American AI and the wider tech policies. I will say here, this is kind of interesting, where accounts likely originating from China that we banned after they used our models in support of apparent covert influence operations. Though I do want you to really think about what that means. Remember, Sam Altman wants AI to be a utility that he controls, right? It is weird here where he said that these accounts were banned. So basically what that means is OpenAI is looking over your shoulder for the queries that you're putting into OpenAI, and then they're making decisions about that actual information. right? This isn't some kind of obfuscated or an encrypted thing where whatever you're putting into the AI system is spiking the GPUs. So that would be an interesting thing. Like imagine hackers out there. Imagine if hackers wanted to try to figure out if they could burn out OpenAI's GPUs. Like, could you create a query that was so ass backwards complicated that it would burn an over amount of GPU time? It might actually even cause damage to the GPUs, right? So basically, you could have OpenAI. They see requests coming from your account. They go to the GPU. They see everything on the GPU spike for what should be a relatively small request and response, and then they realize, oh, I don't know what the hell these people are doing, but they're trying to burn our server room to the ground, so we're going to ban that account. Right? Again, you think about that. They're not looking at the data itself. They're not looking at the information itself. What they're seeing is requests coming from your account doing inordinate damage or inordinate resource consumption against the systems, and they realize, I'm not sure what's going on there, but that crap got to stop. Right? That is completely and utterly legitimate. What is interesting here, they are literally saying that they are looking over your shoulder when you're making requests of OpenAI. And again, and this isn't CNBC, this isn't Reuters, this is OpenAI's PR put this out there. How comfortable do you feel with Sam Altman looking over your shoulder when you're making requests to OpenAI? Oh, let's see here. The first cluster generated social media comments and images claiming that data center buildouts for AI were increasing electricity prices for average families. We named this cluster, quote, a data center bandwagon campaign. So again, look at what got them banned. Look at what OpenAI was observing in the clear and what got them banned, right? Creating social media comments and images, whatever it's about. OpenAI was able to see that and take action based off of the actual information in the request. The second cluster generated comments and images criticizing U.S. tariffs as attempts to dominate technological competition and specified in their prompts that the content should not include China's leader Xi in the output and instead include only President Trump. This cluster was connected to a network of likely inauthentic social media. Again, think about this, likely. So these accounts were banned, but it was likely inauthentic social media accounts that were also likely targeting OpenAI, again, targeting OpenAI by claiming ChatGPT user data had been compromised. These allegations were entirely false. We named the second cluster the text tariff campaign. What? So you're saying it's entirely false that the United States might be using tariffs as an attempt to dominate technological competition? Really? That's false? I'm pretty sure Trump came out and more or less said that's what he's trying to do with this, right? We got all the export control. We got all kinds of stuff going on. It's funny that they would say that is categorically false. Oh, the targeting of OpenAI and U.S. data center buildouts is significant, not because the operation appears to have shifted public opinion. And think about this too, right? So they're banning his accounts, even though they're saying that it didn't work. But because it shows PRC origin influence operators testing a narrative against AI infrastructure, a foundation of U.S. technological leadership, economic growth, and the broader democratic AI ecosystem. The operation sought to exploit and amplify existing public concerns about energy prices and local impacts of data center development, but we found no evidence of meaningful breakout beyond its own activity. So that's the other curious thing with this, right? So these accounts, they were looking at the requests in the clear. They banned the accounts off of what they saw the actual requests were, even though they're saying that whatever these people were doing didn't actually have an effect. In this case, the operators attempted to covertly insert themselves into an ongoing American debate about the future of the country's AI capabilities while hiding who they were and what motivated them. By publishing these findings, we aim to help our industry, governments, civil society, and the public better identify and disrupt attempts by foreign threat actors to manipulate legitimate public debates, weaken democratic institutions, and advance totalitarianism with AI characteristics. The use of AI for surveillance, censorship, and control over political, social, and private life. So you looking at requests in the clear, banning people because you allege they're doing something. That isn't censorship and control of whatever AI. So anyways, this is just the latest idiocy that's going on. Remember, if you complain about AI, if you think this probably isn't a good idea, there's better places to literally put trillions of dollars, you are just a Chinaman shill as far as OpenAI is concerned. So yeah, we are going to start seeing more and more of this, right? As the AI fraud collapses, right? As the AI fraud collapses based off of its own weight, but a lot of these people just simply can't accept that they're fucking failures, right? This isn't working. You screwed up on just an insane level. And instead of saying that, they're just going to keep doubling down on this idiocy, right? We've got to have more data set. Even now, Greg Abbott, holy hell. You want to talk about when you know something actually becomes populist? Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, is now pushing for AI data center reform. Because Texas was like, hey, look, we basically have no rules. We have a lot of land. Come here and build as much crap as you want to. Even Greg Abbott is pushing back on data center build out to this point in time, right? But yeah, ignore all that. Ignore what you see. Ignore the prices that you're paying for things like electricity and all of that kind of stuff. This is all good. The only reason you think that there's an issue is because of the Chinese Communist Party. So anyways, there you go. What do you think about this? What do you think about OpenAI coming out and basically saying that if you disagree with the AI build-outs, you're most likely a Chinese shill? Does this just frustrate you in a very, very particular way? Do you just wish these big tech companies literally would start buying toilet paper with rainbow flags and pastel flags and Palestinian flags on it, just so they can be honest about what they're really doing in this world? I don't know. Put your thoughts down below. If you like these episodes, I do remember they're on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Link is down below. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.